Well, hello everyone. I am Susan Saucier, your spiritual and transformational life coach. And I cannot believe that we are at the end of 2021. I know all of you probably feel the same way. This year has simply flown by, even though we may have experienced a lot of changes and flexible adaptability, things that we have had to go through the entire year. So I'm excited to offer you something that I have created, which is your 2021 year in review. And basically what it is I'm going to go over briefly each new moon and full moon that we experienced each month in 2021 and offer you some questions that you can answer. And at the end, I also offer a place where you can write down everything that you want to leave behind in 2021 that you don't want to take with you, that you can either burn or tear up. I also would encourage you to go to the link below, and it will bring you to my website, and it's on the blog page. So it's the first column on the right. You will see your 2021 year in review. And when you click on that, you will be able to print out the actual paperwork for doing this whole reviewing and releasing process. By writing some of these things down, it's going to do two things for you. It's going to help you think back and understand what changes you experienced, what insights you gained, and all kinds of wonderful things like that. And at the end, when you're able to write down everything you want to release, it kind of helps you by reviewing the whole year and really seeing what you have gained in wisdom and knowledge and what you have empowered yourself with these lessons, but also what you have empowered yourself with in leaving behind what is no longer serving you. So I hope you find this helpful. I would suggest first, if you're able to click on that link and download it and print it out, it will work wonderfully as we go through this together. If you are not able to print it out right now, then just go ahead with me. And, if you're not able to write things down on your own and you just want to think in your mind, that's wonderful too. But remember, writing things down on paper, it hits certain triggers and pieces of our mind, subconscious mind, to bring forward more information and allow it to be put onto paper so that it becomes more profound as you begin this releasing process. So let's begin. On January 13th, you experienced the new moon in Capricorn. The Capricorn new moon offered you the opportunity to consider what work needs to be done to accomplish the life you've always dreamed of. So think back to January of 2021. As you begin this new year, what seeds were you planting in your garden of life that were being planted to help you accomplish your dreams? And this can be in relationships and in your career. So here you would write down a few things about what you believe in your mind when you think back that you were planting in the beginning of January 2021. Think of it like the new year resolutions where people are just like, this year is going to be the year I do this and that. What were those things? And did any of them come true? Now, January 28th, you experienced the full moon in Leo. The Leo full moon allowed you to shine brightly and offered you a chance to bring your public image into the spotlight. So back in January again, what action did you take to be seen, heard, and even adored? And February 11th, we experienced the new moon in Aquarius. The Aquarius new moon offered you the opportunity to take some action, to make progress, to look ahead and not behind you. It was a time to move forward, but also a time to be aware that lots of changes are needed. So what situations or people did you need to detach from during this time? And on February 27th, you experienced the full moon in Virgo. The Virgo full moon allowed you to get organized and to plan ahead. So in February, what steps did you take during that time to organize? Maybe your home, office, or even your closet. And did you get rid of clutter and throw anything away? And in March, on the 13th, you had the new moon in Pisces. The Pisces new moon offered you the opportunity to face your fears, to tap into your intuition, and to pay closer attention to your feelings. So, in March, what feelings were coming to the surface during this new moon in March of 2021? And what fears did you need to face? And how did you face them? And then at the end of March, on the 28th, you had the full moon in Libra. The full moon in Libra allowed you the opportunity to find some balance and harmony and peace in your life, which may have required you to release some things that were in the way. So what steps did you take during this phase to bring more balance and harmony into your life? What did you do to bring more peace into your life? And in April, on the 11th, you experienced the new moon in Aries. The Aries new moon offered you the opportunity to act, to work towards a big project, maybe even start your own business or bring new ideas to life. So in April, what action did you take to begin creating and manifesting what you desire in your life? And how has it unfolded in your life? And how is it looking now? And on April 26th, the full moon was in Scorpio, and this was a supermoon. The Scorpio full moon, supermoon, is very mystical and spiritual. It's filled with power to manifest big intentions. And your emotions probably felt really high and really deep during this time in April. So thinking back, what emotions were coming to the surface during this powerful full moon in April? Were you able to release the emotions that have been holding you back? And then on May 11th, you experienced the new moon in Taurus. And this Taurus new moon offered you the opportunity to enjoy the luxuries that life can offer. However, it can also remind you of where you feel you are lacking in self-worth or even in your finances. So back in May, were you able to create more abundance financially? And looking back to May, how was your self-worth compared to how it is now? And then on May 26th, the full moon was in Sagittarius, and this was a lunar eclipse. And the Sagittarius full moon lunar eclipse allowed you the opportunity to take some risks and to step out of your comfort zone. So thinking of a time back around the end of May, what risks did you take during that time? Did you take any, and how did it work out for you? And then on June 10th, the new moon in Gemini, which was a solar eclipse. And the Gemini new moon offered you the opportunity to really focus on how you communicate with others, how you talk things through, how you talk to yourself, and learning to listen to others. You also were offered the opportunity to learn to get out of your head and go more into your heart to feel instead of getting lost in your thoughts. Eclipses make this even more intense, so you probably really felt a lot going on in June. So what big conversations needed to happen in June of 2021? Did you take the time to listen to your heart instead of your head? And looking back to June of 2021, what relationship communication issues unfolded and were they resolved? And then on June 24th, the full moon was in Capricorn. The Capricorn full moon allowed you the opportunity to do some hard work and to tap into nature and how it can support you. So what tasks did you work hard on during this phase at the end of June? And then on July 9th, we had the new moon in Cancer. The new moon in Cancer offered you the opportunity to focus on your relationships, loved ones, and friends that may have needed some nurturing. Your emotions probably felt more intense, even if they were happy emotions. So thinking back to July, what was going on in your life that involved nurturing relationships with loved ones or even pampering yourself? And then on July 23rd, the full moon was in Aquarius. And the Aquarius full moon allowed you the opportunity to boost your brain power and to get that second wind to pursue your dreams. Did you find yourself overthinking during this phase, or did you use your thoughts to empower your motivation to go after your dreams? And then we moved into August. And on the 8th, we had the new moon in Leo. The Leo new moon offered you the opportunity to step into your power. This time was also a beginning of a new cycle for some of you. It was a time to be in the spotlight and shine your light even brighter. So in August, what opportunities did you take advantage of to shine your light and let others know a part of you that perhaps you've been hiding? And on August 22nd, you had the full moon in Aquarius, and this Aquarius full moon offered you even more insight to go along with the Aquarius full moon in July. These two full moons hold specific information within this time frame. So what was going on in your life during the July Aquarius full moon, and how is it connected to this August full moon in Aquarius? And on September 6th, you had the new moon in Virgo. And the Virgo new moon offered you the opportunity to check in and notice if you are on the path you wish to be. You may have felt a desire to change a routine or improve your diet, exercise rituals, or even offer your services to others. So what routine did you want to change in September of 2021, and did you change it? Did you change anything about your diet, exercise, or anything to improve your health? Did you offer your services to help others? And if you did, what services did you offer? And on September 20th, you had the full moon in Pisces. The Pisces full moon allowed you the opportunity to experience a very fortunate moon phase that brought generosity and good news. This was a great time for business deals, study, research, travel, making plans, and socializing. So thinking back to September, what opportunities or good news appeared in your life during this phase? And on October 6th, you had the new moon in Libra, and the Libra new moon offered you the opportunity to find balance between your home life, your work life, your relationships, and this includes the relationship you have with yourself. So take the time to look back to October, and were you able to create some type of balance between your home life and your work life? If yes, how are you making sure you keep that balance going forward? What have you learned about giving and receiving? Remember, you should be open to receive as much as you give. And then on October 20th, we had the full moon in Aries. And the Aries full moon allowed you the opportunity to learn balance within relationships and where you needed to take action to make that balance happen. So, what relationships needed your attention during this phase? What action did you need to take to enhance your relationship? And did you step out of your comfort zone to take this step? On November 4th, we had the new moon in Scorpio. And the Scorpio new moon offered you the opportunity to go really deep. You were pushed into intense emotions, lots of ups and downs, and learning how to harness all those extreme feelings. So in November, what deep emotions came up for you? And were you able to understand what these emotions were showing you? And were you able to take action to bring closure? Or did you need to release them completely? And on November 19th, you had the full moon in Taurus, which was a lunar eclipse. And the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse allowed you the opportunity to enjoy life's yummy food and luxuries, but also could have left you feeling like you don't want to budge on any situation due to feelings of Taurus stubbornness. So during this phase, did you find yourself enjoying life's yummy stuff or getting lost in the chaos that was likely around you? Was your Thanksgiving holiday different than how you usually spend it in the past? And if so, why? And then on December 4th, which really wasn't that long ago, the new moon in Sagittarius solar eclipse happened. And it offered you the opportunity to understand who you've become and who you used to be. So, in December, what relationships are still in your life and what ones no longer exist? What is important to you now as opposed to January of 2021? And on December 18th, we had the full moon in Gemini. And again, this was just a short time ago. The Gemini full moon allowed you the opportunity to see both sides in situations, to enjoy socializing, and to overthink everything. So what was your holiday season like during this phase? What changes were you willing to make to please others? And what boundaries did you put in place to please yourself? What was important to you in January of 2021? And is it still important to you now? What positive changes have you made in your life in 2021? And what knowledge and wisdom have you gained in 2021? Now, the last page we have is, what do you wish to leave behind, release, and let go of in 2021? So what you want to do with this is you want to look at all of your pages that you just wrote on from January till now. And, maybe pick out a certain theme that you can see. Maybe it was relationships that you worked on a lot during the year. Maybe it was career. Maybe it was both. Maybe it was setting boundaries. Maybe it was honoring yourself more. Maybe it was speaking up. Maybe it was noticing where your fears are and your doubts. Whatever it is, gather them together as you begin your last page. You're going to take the time to sit in some quiet and really feel into your heart. And then begin to write down what you wish to release. And once your list is completed, it is really important that you read it over and feel into your heart as you do so. Make sure it resonates with you and you're not thinking out of your head, but with your heart. And make any changes you feel are needed. And definitely be grateful for all of these experiences that you endured over 2021. Even though you're ready to release them and let them go, they served a purpose. And it's always really good to give gratitude as you release and let go. So once you're ready, then you can burn this sheet of paper, or you can tear it into tiny pieces and throw it away. Now, remember, if you are burning this paper, you want to watch it burn. You want to feel into it. Feel the cleansing and the releasing that you are intentionally making. And say thank you. If you're tearing it up, again, you want to feel into it as you rip each piece apart into tiny pieces. If you need to feel anger, if you need to feel sadness, whatever it may be, let those emotions come up to the surface. And again, show gratitude for yourself releasing them. I mean, think about it. If you're releasing these things in your life, you are expected to feel some type of emotion. So it's important you let that come to the surface, because that is how it begins to release. So I hope you have enjoyed this 2021 year in review. I hope you found it helpful. I will be posting very soon and getting out the new moon in Capricorn. That is on January 2nd. And I hope to also get out within this time frame as well a similar process for 2022 and how we can begin setting our goals and wishes and dreams. And I'll also include a PDF for that as well, so that you can work along with me, and we'll be able to look back on it at the end of 2022. And for those of you who have kept a journal for all your new moons, if you might have burnt your full moons or ripped them and put them away, but if you kept a journal for your new moon and your wishes and dreams for 2021, it will be really cool to look back at that as well when you're filling out this paper, and kind of notice exactly, where things did come to life and manifest in your life, and where things are still needing some work, and where things you're realizing at this point are no longer important. So with that, I hope you, again, have a wonderful new year and holiday season. I look forward to talking with you soon, and thank you so much for spending 2021 with me. I have been so grateful and enjoyed very much sharing this time with all of you. Remember, you are stronger than your fears, your scars, and your pain, because you are amazing.